Donald Trump, a name synonymous with wealth and power, had a journey that wasn't as smooth as one might expect. Born into a wealthy family in Queens, New York, Donald had the privilege of a head start in life, but his path was fraught with struggles, personal battles, and failures before he rose to one of the most powerful positions in the world. The early years, a tough start. Donald Trump's early life was a mixture of privilege and pressure. His father, Fred Trump, was a self-made real estate mogul, and from an early age, Donald was taught the value of hard work and ambition. However, with that came the burden of expectation. He attended military school as a teenager, where he learned discipline but often felt confined by rules. His aggressive nature and rebellious spirit got him into trouble often, but it also fueled his determination to rise above limitations. At 22, Trump joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump and Son, and took over its leadership soon after. While many believed success was handed to him, Donald was determined to build an empire of his own, beyond his father's achievements. He wanted to take Manhattan. The struggles and failures. Despite his bold vision, Trump's ventures were far from smooth. His entry into the Manhattan real estate market in the 1970s was fraught with challenges. His first major project, the Commodore Hotel, required him to convince city officials for massive tax breaks. His sheer audacity paid off, but the real struggles were yet to come. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s as Trump's ambition grew, and so did his risks. He ventured into casinos, airlines, and even launched the Trump Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. But soon, the cracks began to show. His companies racked up billions in debt, and his casinos went bankrupt multiple times. The media portrayed Trump as a failure. In 1990, at the height of his financial troubles, Trump was on the brink of personal bankruptcy. The weight of his failure hung over him. His marriage to Ivana Trump crumbled under the stress, and for the first time in his life, Trump's invincibility was shattered. He later admitted, "I was at the lowest point of my life. The press was ruthless. People thought I was done. But I wasn't." The rise, learning from failure. What set Trump apart was his ability to bounce back. Where others would have been crushed, Trump dug deep. He negotiated with banks, restructured his debt, and managed to keep his empire afloat. By the mid-1990s, he had made a stunning comeback. His brand, rather than being destroyed by bankruptcy, became stronger. In 2004, Trump's public image took another turn with the launch of his hit TV show The Apprentice. His catchphrase, "You're fired," became iconic. For millions of Americans, Trump was no longer just a businessman, he was a household name. He became a symbol of success, of never giving up in the face of adversity. The biggest gamble, the presidential run. But the most unexpected chapter in Trump's life was still to come. In 2015, he announced his run for the presidency. Most people laughed. Pundits dismissed him, saying he had no chance. But Trump, as always, was driven by the belief that he could succeed where others thought he would fail. His campaign was unlike any other in history. He was brash, controversial, and unfiltered. Many thought his bid was doomed after he was ridiculed by the media and political establishment. He faced harsh criticism, public outrage, and personal attacks. His every move was dissected and mocked. But Trump had faced worse. He had been on the edge of financial ruin, had his personal life torn apart, and had rebuilt himself. This was just another battle. Against all odds, in November 2016, Donald Trump won the presidency. It was a moment that shocked the world. For Trump, it was the ultimate validation of his life philosophy, never back down. The White House and legacy. Trump's presidency was as polarizing as his personality. His policies, his confrontations with the media, and his unconventional approach to leadership drew both fervent supporters and vocal critics. The 2020 election saw him lose to Joe Biden, but even in defeat, Trump remained defiant, continuing to influence American politics like few others. Today, Donald Trump's life stands as a testament to resilience. He faced failures that would have ended most people's careers, endured public ridicule, and went through deep personal struggles. But he never gave up. He transformed failure into fuel, controversy into charisma, and opposition into opportunity. Love him or hate him, Donald Trump's story is one of human perseverance, an American dream full of hard knocks and victories, driven by an unyielding belief in himself. And that belief, more than anything, defines his legacy.